What's up, boys? Long time no see on YouTube, at least. As you can tell by the title of this video, I started trading GC. When I say I started trading GC, that does not mean I stopped trading ES. I will always trade ES during the RTH session, but I started trading GC this week. I tried to start a few weeks ago, didn't really follow through with it due to some other things. This week I started for real, specifically trading GC during Asia session. So in this video, I wanted to show you guys how I approached GC during Asia session. And also I'm going to share with you guys an indicator that I built for myself last weekend. I'm going to give it to you guys for free if you want it. A lot of people already have it just from my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to tap into my Instagram, my TikTok, where I post strictly order flow related content. But anyway, let's just hop right into the indicator first actually. And then after that, I'm going to explain to you guys how I've been approaching GC and how I plan to trade GC through the future. All right, let me just walk you guys real quick through this indicator. So I built it using AI. I basically had AI code it from scratch and then made a lot of corrections along the way. It took me probably around like 3 days total to build and optimize to be efficient in TradingView and everything. So this is what it looks like for ES. I built one for ES and I also built one for GC. Those of you guys who have already been following me, you know I take a lot of trades off the previous day's high, previous day's low, overnight high, overnight low. And these are like my favorite levels for ES. And I just got tired of marking them out manually. So basically I had AI code me an indicator, which probably already exists. I wanted to do it for myself and make it how I wanted it. So I did this all from scratch. Just to walk you guys through it briefly, I'm gonna show you the daily open, high, low, and close, the weekly open, high, low, and close, the current week high and low, and also the overnight levels as well. These levels, you can make them whatever color you want. You can select which ones you want to show. On top of that, I added a ETH VWAP and an RTH VWAP. So if you want this indicator, just go ahead, hit the link in the description or something. I'll probably put it down there. It's one change that I made that I really enjoy so far. I love having these levels just auto plotted. I don't have to come here and mark 10 levels and think about it too much. It's just already there. So huge benefit for that. And also just going over the GC one real quick. This is what the GC one looks like. It's a little bit different, but it's also pretty similar. So I customize it to specifically be tailored to the Asia session, if you will. It's very similar. Like I said, it's going to show you the previous week open, high, low, and close, the current week high and low. It's also going to show you ETH VWAP. And on top of that, we got some vertical lines right here, the Asian Open, the Hong Kong Open, which is when I start trading the Asia session. And yeah, so previous day's high, low, and close. Like I said, those are just the ETH high, low, and close. Those are pretty much my main levels on top of the volume profile that I use. So if you guys want these indicators, like I said, I'll link them in the description. I personally love them. I'm really happy that I decided to make those and use Claude AI specifically to basically boss around for like 3 days straight, almost nonstop work. I'm not even kidding. And yeah, so those are the indicators. Let me just walk you guys through briefly how I am approaching the GC Asia session as of right now when I started trading. So like I said, I start trading at the Hong Kong Open. That's when more volume actually comes into the Asia session. That's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on Central time, so 7 p.m. for me. Now my playbook is very similar. I'm using the same concepts I use on ES in regards to order flow. I would say the levels are a little bit different and the significance of the levels are the main difference. So first things first, with GC, this thing moves completely different than ES during RTH, which I actually enjoy. In my opinion, you have a lot more time to put an entry on. The trade is just like, when there is a setup, it's just like super obvious. And yeah, so here's my playbook. I'll just show you guys my playbook for gold. And you might notice that I changed some things for my ES playbook as well. So my main playbook is this in order from significance. The prior ETH high or low, and I also include the close in there, but close doesn't always really get swept. It more like holds or rejects. So whatever, previous days, high, low, and close, plus absorption. This is the most significant setup I have. The VWAP reclaim / reject with a delta flip is the second most significant setup I'm using. The prior value area high and value area low is the other main setup that I'm using. And then obviously LVN continuations. And if there is a LVN on a previous day profile, I can use that and basically kind of consider it like a value area high, low type of setup for that. So this could say VAH, VAL / LVN as well on that. But anyway, those are my 4 setups for Asia session. So like I was saying though, the last few days, literally the last 2 days that I've traded GC during Asia, I've had 2 winning days in a row. And I'm trading this demo starting off, at least for this week. We'll see how I feel next week, but I have 2 winning days in a row. And one thing I've found is that these volume profile levels get respected a lot more than ES. ES, in my opinion, is more like, it's better for looking for fake outs. Like, I love fake outs at the previous day's high and the low, the overnight high and the low. The VWAP reclaims are good. LVN continuations are obviously good too. They just don't happen that often. Yeah, so basically, I am approaching GC Asia in a very similar way. And as far as the entry confirmations go, almost every time, I'm simply just looking for absorption followed by aggression from the opposing side. So if I show you guys an example of a trade that I took last night, I had some people asking me to do a recap on this on my Instagram. So this will be like a mini recap. This was the previous day's close. I'll just put this on replay data so it's a little bit easier to see. This was the previous day's close. So coming into this session, we were already holding this close from the ETH close. We're already holding that after we officially opened up in Asia. So what I was waiting for was whenever this Hong Kong open began, what's going to happen with this previous day's close. This is pretty much the only significant level I have near me to play off of. So leading up to that 7 p.m. open that I start trading on, there was a major CVD divergence right here at the previous day's close. So I'm obviously reading that and saying, all right, sellers are trying to break through this previous day's close. They are unsuccessful. And I have a screenshot right here. This is pretty much what it looked like about 30 minutes before. And eventually, whenever we finally opened up, we came down here, retested this little low from the CVD divergence. And immediately after that, buyers finally stepped in right around here. And that's when I took it long, targeting this high right here from, I guess it would be the RTH session. It wasn't the high, but it was a high. So I'm really approaching GC in a very similar fashion, but it moves and behaves completely different. Like I said, I actually enjoy it. It's a lot slower. To take this trade, it was just like so in front of you. It was so obvious in my opinion. I'm not saying that I don't like the speed of ES, but I do love how obviously setups have been last night. And then on top of that, the night before that, which the night before that, I decided this was my first night. This was my first time trading GC. There was an LVN from this session. I'll just mark it out for you guys. LVN from this session right here. This was the previous day's session to this day's session. And yeah, so you can see that I was taking trades before this 7 p.m. open, which I realize now was not the smartest thing to do. So this trade ended up going break even on me. This trade ended up in a full loss. And then this trade smacked TP all the way. So it's really the same approach. I'm really looking for the same confirmation. I'm looking for absorption or trapped participants, and then I'm looking for aggression from the other side. And that's how I'm treating GC. It sounds really simple, but the one change that I made over the last few weeks while I was home and I couldn't do YouTube videos is I was just trying to refine my playbook and make things a lot easier on myself, make things require a lot less thought. So one of the things that I did, as you might be able to tell just by looking at this, is instead of just having my playbook say like absorption reversal, now I'm including these levels in the playbook. So like I want to see the absorption reversal at the previous day's high, at the previous day's low, at the previous day's close, at the overnight high or the low. And I just made it a lot simpler for myself. So I don't have to wonder anything. I don't have to take absorption reversal setups that aren't at my key levels, that don't make any sense. And it's just better for my mindset. I would suggest you guys do the same. Just really getting crystal clear on what these setups actually are. So one, I can have them documented a lot better. Like I can see every time there was a previous day high or low sweep, overnight high or low sweep, and I can see it like right there in my playbook. Like I took the previous day's high or low plus absorption reversal. I took that however many times, and it's just like the same. It's just all documented in one place. Whereas previously I have an absorption reversal is what the setup was named. And I might have absorption reversals at VWAP, the previous day's close, the previous day's high low, supply and demand zones, whatever it may be. So yeah, pretty much that is what I've been doing. I haven't been able to make videos because my PC, or my laptop rather, just can't handle that. And I was out of town for about a week and a half. So yeah, I'm just giving you guys a little update. But as far as GC goes, I am using Bookmap only. I have not used a footprint yet for GC or anything like that. I've just been sticking to Bookmap, which has been good so far the last 2 days. But who knows if I decide to incorporate a footprint for GC as well. That time will tell, I guess. But like I said, I'm only 2 days in, or I guess this would be my third session technically, but 2 days in, I'm just going to call it 2 days, and I'm trading demo until I feel just a lot more confident, which I honestly do feel confident right now. I can't lie, but I don't want to like get ahead of myself and think that I have GC all figured out because I hit 2 winning days in a row. Yeah, like I said, once again, indicators will be in the description. If you need a Bookmap discount code, link in the description. Any prop firm discount code, link in the description. Back for the meantime, at least until Christmas, I'll probably make some videos that I can post over the week that I'm gone once again. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.